Hello guys, welcome back to batch processing part 3. In part 3, I'm going to cover basically max record attributes. So as you can see that at batch scope level, we have a max record attribute and there are basically three combination of value we're providing. So I'm going to show you basically the max field record, how exactly it is work, and along with my example for second use case, I'm going to provide how exactly aggregator is work. So let me show you first example what I have written. So use case number 12, we are providing a array of numbers from 1 to 5 to batch processing. Okay, and this batch processing will basically every record will wait for 2 seconds. Then basically we have a kind of one failure. As you can see that it is a failure, means this particular thing is not able to convert into a number. So 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 all records successfully processed by step number 1, but all records are failed by step number 2nd. So that's how, because I have generated a condition. So let me show you. So what kind of summary we are getting, what kind of records are is successfully processed. Let me show you what is the max field record value. I've given 0. So what does it mean? If we got a record, means first record failed, then our processing is stopped. So that's why this particular process record attribute, basically process record field from on complete phase, is come into the picture. Means how many record we are able to process when we have set max fail record to 0. So this is use case number 12. Let me show you. So use case number 12 I have successfully hit, and as you can see that we have processed first, second, third. As block size is 100, then only one block is created. That's why record are processed sequentially. And after that, my all records are failed in batch step number 2nd. Those are the basically failure from step number 2nd. And as you can see that process record is 5. It is mean that those record are processed by step number 1 and 2nd. That's why process record is 5, and also the failed record is also 5, because all 5 records are failed in the here. So let me show you another example. In this example, I have set max failed record value is 0, but the batch block size is 1. Means I am providing a 10 record, and every block only having a 1 record. So there are 10 records processed at simultaneously. Okay, and what is a basically, when we change a block size, then how exactly it will change the number of processed record. There is one more condition I want to let you know that. So there are only 3 record which successfully process. Means that if payload is 1, then there is no failure. For payload 2, no failure. Payload 3, there is no failure. But remaining records from 4 to 10, those are going to fail, because this is a not condition. Means it is not failed for first 3 record, first, second, third, but it is failed for remaining record. So as you can see that itself here in batch step first, this is my first batch step, my remaining records are failed, and I have basically put basically best failed record size is 0. So let me show you what will happen. 13. Yeah. Yes, so my 10 records, as you can see that it is coming here. Yes, so process records are 0. Why 0? Because we have provided max fail record is 0. Okay, that's why the process record, ultimately the process record they're saying is 0. And the fail record is 1, because we have chosen that when the first record is failed, then our processing should stop. So that's why it is work. Let me show you another example where I am basically showing when I have a mixed fail record is 3. What does it mean? I am waiting for my number of failure to reach this limit. When there are 3 failures come, when the fourth failure come, then my batch processing should not process other records. Okay, so here that's why I provided a max record is 3. And here also in batch step number 1, my first 3 records successfully processed. The remaining 3 mean remaining all or rest of all record will failed, but process record will be successfully processed record is 3, and we have a 3 more record where basically we are processing 3 more record as a failure, but the fourth one will not process because we have a max fail record size is 4. So max fail record size is 3. So let me send use case number 14. So as you can see that the fail record is 4 because we have a 4 fail record, but process record is 2. Why process record is 2? Because there are 3 records. It will basically there are 3 record, basically first record, second record, and third record processed by both step. That's why the process record value is 2. There is some basically timing gap or basically thread processing. Ideally, this value should be 3 because first 3 record are successfully processed. Then process record count is 3 because we have processed those record in batch step number 1 and batch step number 2. Okay, so let me show you another example. What happened when we have a max fail record is -1? What does it mean? It means that you have a number of failures. The batch processing will not take care. It will finish until it process all records. So basically, whether you have a one failure or a multiple failure, the all steps are executed. Okay, all steps are executed. So this is, let me click on uh, let me click on use case number 15. Yeah, so use case number 15, I'm going to show you basically the summary. In summary, as you can see that process record are 10, successful record are 3 because only first, second, third successfully processed, other record are failed. So the process record is 10 because all records are processed by every steps, because we provided a max record value is -1. It will not basically take care that if you have a one failure or multiple failure, it will finish our best step, basically process all records. But in case of max record 3, it will basically check if there are 3 failures, then after fourth failure it will stop processing. In case of 0, if we have a first failure, then it will stop processing. That's how the max fail record is worked. So let me show you another thing. So in case of basically in case of steps best steps, we have 2 more filter condition: accept expression and accept policy. How exactly it will work, let me show you. So I'm going to show you this in my very first example. Okay, yeah, so where I've created this example. Okay, so as you can see that step number first, we have a no failures. Okay, so for example, if I take another step here, okay, and if I just all, what does it mean? So basically it having a 3 value. One is default value, except policy having a 3 value. Default value is no failures. For example, if one record is failed at preceding steps, then if we choose no failures in the basically next step, then that record is not going to process by this step because we have choose no failures. If we choose all, then if this particular record either failed or success, it is not here, it will process that record when we choose accept policy all. In my basically in my only failures is help me for those record who failed in basically accept policy. So as of now, let me show you one example. Here I'm going to make accept policy is one, accept policy is all, but I'm going to make one accept expression. So this define is equals to 9. So logger, let me put logger, let me put the same logger here. Okay, logger record, records step second. Okay, so let me show you what I have done. So basically I have a 2 step. So one step, there is no accept expression. So it is an expression that define that what kind of record you are going to process, and accept policy define whether you are accepting a all, means success and failure, only failure, or no failures. So an accept expression work that what kind of record you are accepting to process in this step. So as you can see that here I have provided a payload as 9. So, but here I'm going to get records. So the actual record value I'm comparing with 9. So let me deploy this application. Yes, my application is deployed. Let me send request. So as you can see that there is a logger I have applied. So this is record 1 till 10. Those that logger I have in step number 1. And step number 2, as you can see that we have a record step 2 logger. And as you can see that there is only one record is processed, which is 9, because we have an accept expression that we have defined certain condition that we are going to only accept 9th record. So as of now, I'm checking with content, the payload content with 9, because I know that this is my value. But you can basically check other values inside the payload, like payload dot success is equals to true. Then you're going to only process those record. Yeah. So let me create another example, another step which basically process the failure record, only failures. So let me change only failure, and this record number 9 I'm going to fail it by this condition. So let me show you. Okay, so not number, I know that it is not number as number. So I am going to fail this record. Logger, let me put logger, and logger I'm going to mention it is failure record, failures records hash, what is the payload value. Payload. Yeah, so my record number 9 is failed here, and I have basically put condition only failures. As you can see that we have a total 10 records. The 10 records successfully processed by batch step number first. Batch step second, this is basically batch step second, is only process record number 9 and which failed. And batch number third, we are only accepting failure records based on, because we have defined accept policies only failures. So as you can see that my application is deployed. Let me send request. Yeah, so let me show you failure records. Not as a number. Yes, so as you can see that we have record step 2 and only failures. Let me show you only failures. Yes, so basically as you can see that it is not printing. Why? Let me explain. So we have a max field record as I have explained. So if what if default value of max record is 0 always. Okay, so if it is 0, then this particular step is not executing records, because max field record is 0 and we have a first failures. So no further steps processing our record. So I have put I basically changed the max field record value is -1. Then I'm not basically take caring of that how many records is failed. I am going to process all records. So let me send request. So as you can see that I have got logs, and this is my basically batch summary, and we have records which failure, the failure record number 9. Why this logger is printing? Because this logger we have in step number 3rd, which only accept failures, and this is only worked or basically I can say that it is depends on your max field record value. If you choose 0, what does it mean? It means that it will not process it. This particular step will not going to process because our limit reached. Because this value is 0, maybe when first record is filled, then it will not process further steps. And this is about basically batch step attributes, accept policy and accept expression. So let me close. So let me show you my basically 4th example part 2. So in the 4th example part 2 is purely depend on one is variable propagation. We have one initial variable here, as you can see that, and I just want to check that that variable is able to we're able to get this variable inside this batch aggregator or not. And before that, let me explain what is a aggregator. So aggregator is basically processing your record based on the aggregator size you have defined. Okay, so aggregator size is mandatory parameter. If you not define aggregator size, then it will not deploy. It is a mandatory parameter. Aggregator size, what does it mean? For example, you're processing you're basically giving a 5 record to batch processing, and aggregator size you have choose 2. What does it mean? It will basically process 2 record at the same time. It will basically process 2 record at the same time. And if your processing is sequentially, then aggregator will get first record. Then it is checked that whether we are reach size or not. If we are not reach size, then it will basically put that record into back to the queue. Then your next batch record will be processed. Then it is again checked if aggregator size reaches to 2 or not. Then it will process your record here. Okay, so this is a basically aggregator. So why we need to use aggregator? This is a question come. So when we are sending data to our target system, that target system accept multiple record at a time. For example, if we take example of Salesforce, if we are using a Salesforce create operation, so create operation accept multiple record at a time. It accept maximum 200 record at a time. So if we can put if we need to create a record in Salesforce, so we can put batch aggregator size is 200, and we can send those 200 record at a single time. So why it is basically, it is very performance. We can change our performance. It is a refining batch performance. This aggregator is coming, and it will process multiple records at a time. We can send multiple or bulk data into a target system, because for example NetSuite also accept multiple record at a time. Salesforce also accept multiple records at a time. So that's we can use the aggregator. So in aggregator you are able to see there are two other parameters. One is streaming, another one preserve MIME type. So I have created an example for preserve MIME type. I will explain in below example. But what is streaming? Streaming is something where you are storing data into basically a target system which supports streaming. Like CSV, you are creating a CSV file or XML file or JSON file using a file connector. File connector supports streaming. So depend on your target system which supports streaming, you can enable a streaming. And there is an advantage or disadvantage of for the streaming is that in case of without streaming, you can basically iterate your record sequentially in both cases when aggregator size defined and streaming is clicked. But in case of streaming, you have to go sequentially, first, second, third, if you want to basically check the record. But in case of streaming is not click, it is not defined, only aggregator size is defined, then you can pick up any record and you can modify that record. So this is a basically mainly difference between streaming when you define streaming, and streaming is based on target system which supports streaming. Okay, so let me send use case number 16. Okay, so in use case number 16 we have sent request, and we are providing a total number 5 record to batch processing. As you can see that we have the main thread returned back because our loading phase is completed, and we are processing first record. So what is the variable we are getting? That 2 variable is default. One is this initial variable. Why initial variable I put? Because I want to check that what is the value you're getting in initial variable. So we are also changing a value of initial variable. By record we are appending a record number at the end. Okay, but when aggregator is executing, what value we are getting, this is I'm going to show you. Okay, second record we are processing, then third record we are processing, then fourth record we are processing, and as you can see that our aggregator is executing, size is true, and let me show you variables. So there are this variable and another variable is records variable also getting. So there are new variable, but in steps there are other variable underscore mule underscore that variable, but here in the aggregator you are able to get another variable which is a record variable and along with initial variable, but initial variable value is something which we have set here. Okay, so let me when fifth record is processed. So as you can see that last time we processed fifth record, but aggregator size is 2, but we have processed our all records, so it will not wait for another record because aggregator size is 2. It will not wait. It will process fifth record, last record alone. As you can see that we have got fifth record only one, because all record are processing finished, and based on aggregator size it will wait for 2, but as we have processed all record, only one record is remaining, so our aggregator will process only one record. Okay, then on complete phase is executing. Okay, so let me show you this example. So this example saying that we are providing a input to our batch processing. As you can see that we have an array of object, and one object having a country and code. As you can see that this is a country, this is a code, and we are providing this data. We are processing this data, and we have defined aggregator size is 2, and we basically doing a payload.country. Okay, we are doing basically payload.country. So let me send 17 request. Okay, so this is basically about preserving MIME type. Okay, so as you can see that we are getting an error saying that you are not able to perform payload.country because batch aggregator will not add that MIME type or basically in the record itself. So if we want to preserve MIME type, basically the batch aggregator will not forward MIME type to another one to for each or to basically to target system. So if we want to basically want that every record should have a MIME type, then we have to enable a preserve MIME type. Okay, so let me just run it fully because it is run. So as you can see that we have, why it is error coming, because we are doing a select operation, value select operation over a payload.country. Okay, and so let me click on preserve MIME type. I'm not doing anything, and I'm basically selecting a payload.country. I'm using a dot operator, and at a time this is number of record I'm basically passing to batch processing, and batch processing giving me 2 record at a time, because we have choose aggregator size is 2, means what will happen. So we will get array of object. In every array of object we will have first time we have these 2 record in the array. So if we're doing payload.country, then this Niger and Nigeria country will going to print. So let me click on send. It's successfully executed. Let me show you what we have printed. Yes, this is a printed. Those country will print one by one because we have used for each. If we are not used for each, then it will basically printed in an array. But as we have a for each, the aggregator will give 2 record to for each, and for each will process those records sequentially one at a time. Then at a time we are getting only one country in the logger. But if we not maintain or basically don't click on preserve MIME type, then we are getting an error that the value select value operator will not able to select or get country from the payload. This error basically I'm talking about. You have called function value selector with this argument, and this is a binary data. If you want to preserve MIME type, then our payload having a MIME type. So this is basically a fourth example. Let me cover fifth example. Fifth example is all about error handling in batch processing. Okay, so what batch processing is saying that suppose we are providing a basically 5 record to batch processing, and here I put one condition there, means my batch aggregator size is 2, so it will give basically first 2 record at a time here. So I'm basically checking I am not going to fail. Basically first 2 record is not going to fail, but remaining record will fail. So let me deploy this application. So why I want to show you that, it is a basically purpose to show this example. So let me deploy this application. Okay, meanwhile my application is deploying, let me explain what is the purpose of this example. So basically what happened, we have an on complete phase, and you know that in on complete phase we having the number of failure record, number of success record. Okay, so what happened when we have a 5 record, our basically first and second record is failed. Basically when payload we are getting 1, 1, and we basically doing minus, so we're getting empty condition true, then it will call HTTP requester. and this HTTP requester giving error. This HTTP requester giving error. So what does it mean? We are processing two record in HTTP requester because my this HTTP requester accept multiple record at a time, but due to some service unavailable or connectivity issue, these two record failed. Okay, so and also I have one failure steps where I'm basically keeping only failures record. Okay, so either I can send a notification to user or to respective team that those two records is failed, because I have one another steps for error handling as only failure steps. And there are basically also a kind of confusion that what kind of summary we are going to print here. So let me show you my use case number 19. Yeah, use case number 19. So yeah, so let me so we are processing 5 record at a time, one by one. So as you can see that first two record going to fail. Yes, it's failed because we are getting error. For the remaining record we are not getting error because I applied condition in such a way that, okay, yes. And let me show you what is the summary says. Summary saying that you have total 5 record, loaded record also 5, but failed record is 2, success record is 3, process record is 5. So because my first two record I failed here, and those basically information successfully information I'm getting in on complete phase, let me show you what we're getting in only failure steps. So only failure steps, let me show you. Only failure step we're getting record number first and record number second. So we can process again those record, or we can write basically report that these two records are failed. We can write an aggregator here. In aggregator we define a size. These number of record are failed, and we are going to send a notification report or some kind of report to someone that actual record is failed. Why we're not able to send that actual record? Because on complete phase we're getting a payload, but this payload is not actual of your input data, or it is something with related data or related with error. It is give you the count, failure record, success record, only count it is give. It is give kind of summary that those record loaded, those record failed. But in case of here in aggregator, if you define aggregator, why aggregator? Because we have to send the number of record at a time. That's how we are going to define aggregator in basically this step. This step is nothing but only failure steps. So this record is going to create a email notification or ServiceNow incident to send that those many records are failed. So if there is a permanent issue, then we can process those record manually. Otherwise we have to write another logic to reprocess those record. After that, if we want basically error, let me show you what example I've created under the use case 20. So use case 20, I have a number of 5 record, and record number third is failed. As you can see that I'm checking payload is third, then I'm failing that, and here I basically mentioned only failure. And there are basically certain functions provided by batch processing which will basically help you to get exception inside this step, not on complete fit, inside these steps. What is the root cause, why, how many failures we have for that particular record. So this is executed on record. Okay, this is not for basically kind of all record summary, because as you know that in batch step we are processing a record, and those basically those function will help us to get exception. Get steps exception means if this record failed at multiple steps, then it will give you all step exception. So let me send request or use case number 20. Yeah, so it failed at step number third. Then let me process fourth. My processing will not stop because I have defined max failed record is -1. That's why my processing is not stop. Either it will stop. Okay, based on the defined size, either 0 or limit. So as you can see that it will basically define these things. Let me copy those things and paste it in the Notepad plus plus. So let me show you what information print. The third record which we have failed is successful record. No, it is failed. Is failed record? Yes, it is failed. If this record is failed at which step, so we can provide a kind of step name. So what is a failure exception for a step, and provide your step name. If you have a multiple step before that, so you can provide that and check that keep that particular record failure in step 1 or not. So basically every step having a different processing, and you can check that. So it is failed in step 1, that's why it is giving error. Get exception, if this record failed at every step, then it will give you a kind of object. In every object you have a key name as a step name, value as a root cause why it is failed. Okay, as you can see that this record is only failed at only step number 1, that's why we are getting only one record. Get first exception, yes, it is a first exception for that particular records. I'm talking about those basically error till for particular records. Get last exception, yes, this is the same exception for this record as a last, means first or last is only same. So that's how you can do basically error handling and get basically root cause via those batch functions. As you can see that those batch function you can get exceptions. Okay, but here as you can see that I just process payload here in my previous example which failed, and the payload is actually printing the actual value of payload. It is not printing that why it is failed. So why it is failed, so you have to use those basically function to get actual root cause in order to send those information to the another system. So guys, this is all about from my side for batch processing. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel and share, and we will meet soon for our next video. Bye.